Welcome to the Finder Details, where we go into each of the maps of Hitman 3 and try and uncover all the fun details. This time we'll be in Paris to work out what there is to see and what there is to find. Let's get started. So a lot more of these are going to be still images now because of the camera feature that is in Hitman 3, which means we're able to zoom in a lot easier. Starting in the basement, we're taking a look at the bare knuckle boxer, which actually has a written down recipe in the basement, including some rum, vodka, orange juice, some salt and sugar. I could recreate this if I wanted, but I don't have the ingredients at home. But it's still nice to know what actually goes into it, as well as poison depending on what you're doing. Also in the basement there are a few images based around various different areas of the map. We've got the side gardens, the back entrance. We also have one of the side areas where the lake is, as well as also the back bit where the statue is. And finally, there is also one of the gazebo where you do the meeting with the couple of investigators. Upstairs in the office where you can disrupt a laptop, there is this board which has a lot of random French on it, which translated talks a lot about emotions. While with this it doesn't seem like it takes much detail, there is more detail down in the makeup room which makes a lot more sense when it has the pictures added on. It seems as if the upstairs one potentially has either the missing assets of the picture, or they've just wanted to reuse something else around the map. Upstairs in the attic we have these monitors which show cameras of areas around the map. While it may seem like these are in real time, they actually aren't. The ones in the basement also have the same effect to them. Downstairs in the makeup room there is a diorama that references a battle called the Bataille de Malo-Yaroslavets. While it may seem like this isn't a real battle from the name, it actually is a real battle that took place in 1812 as part of the French invasion of Russia. I find it interesting that the Hitman devs are taking reference from real life historical events that match the location they're relating to as well. Also, if you happen to shoot the parts of the diorama and hit them onto the floor, you can see they actually don't have an underside to them, which is a very interesting way of cutting the amount of time needed to model stuff. Upstairs in one of the side rooms there is an archaeologist magazine which features the Erebus Discovery. While the Erebus isn't an exact ship name, there is a very similar one called the HMS Erebus, which did happen to sink in 1848. While not exactly French, it's still a very close resemblance. Around various parts of the maps there is this book called Le Grand Chateau. While it isn't an exact real book, I think I found the book that bears the strongest resemblance to it. It's called Le Grand Chateau Médiéval, and looking at the front cover of it, it seems to be very similar looking to the actual book that's on display there. Upstairs in the attic there is also this sculpture which at first glance doesn't seem to have much resemblance to anything. However, when you look at it closely, it actually has a very similar shape to the actual building we're in. If you look at it compared to the outside view, you can see that you've got the left and right parts of the building which actually look a lot like the shape that we should have there, with the middle being the bit that's carved out. In the cafe part of the building, there are these napkin holders which reference the name Gelato Bella. When the map first came out, this wouldn't have meant much. However, when Sapienza came out, the name became a lot clearer. It is actually the same name as the ice cream shop on that map. While we're on the subject of Sapienza, the laptop background screen makes a reappearance once again, featuring the same picture again of the church in Sapienza. In the basement locker room, there is this name card which references the name Pierre Corson. While I couldn't find anyone in the direct area with that same name, it actually shares the name with the Bishop of Beauvais from 1420 to 1432. He had a role in arranging the execution of Joan of Arc. Once again, this is an interesting case of the Hitman devs using real history to create their environments. And finally, we have a couple of funnier details that don't exactly reference anything. Both of these wine bottles have exactly the same label and are the same size, however they're different prices. Also around the map there are these boxes for a company called Traitor Alexandre, which is actually the name of a real catering services company based in Montreal. That's all for the Paris map. It's nice to see the Hitman developers going really well into their historical depth, so I look forward to seeing what the rest of the maps will bring. Like and subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video.